Okay guys, welcome back for another Gen 1 random battle. I start off with Golem, he has Dragonair. I immediately switch to Clefairy because I want to try to get a Blizzard off. And Dragonair is going to go for a Thunder Wave. So it paralyzes me, and he has to switch out though because he knows he's afraid of a Blizzard. I get Parahack, which is quite unfortunate. And then he's Lickitung, so I go for a Thunder Wave, which I get. And then I have to switch out because I know that Lickitung is going to wreck me if it gets set up. So I switch to Golem, who can take a upgraded attack. And I go for an Earthquake because he gets Parahacked. And at this point, he gets Parahacked again, and he's just out of it. So he's going to switch to a Tangela, which would wreck my Golem. So I go for an Earthquake. Didn't really know what he would switch into, but Earthquake does decent damage. I switch to Clefairy because I can't be put to sleep. He's already paralyzed. And he realizes that he can't do anything. So he switches back to Lickitung, hoping to set up again. I Blizzard, and I miss, which really sucks, but that's okay. Because we're going to go back to Golem, predicting a setup, and he's paralyzed, so he can't do anything. And he's just going to switch back to Tangela, and I Body Slam. So I do very little damage, and then I have to switch out because I don't want to lose my Golem. And he tricks me because he switches immediately to Lickitung, predicting my switch. He goes to Clefairy, though, and I hit it with a Blizzard. Now this is huge for me because I do a ton of damage to Dragonair. And Dragonair returns with another Blizzard of his own, which wouldn't be so bad, except that I missed my second Blizzard, which would have killed it. And he's going to hit his Blizzard, takes me very low, paralyzes, or I get Parahacked, so I can't do anything, and then he finishes me off with a Hyper Beam. So I'm like, okay, that sucks. That was my main good defense against Dragonair. So I switch to the Kadabra here, and I almost kill it. I take it down to 1 HP with the Psychic, and I get the reduction, but it's able to get a Thunder Wave off, meaning it will be faster, and it brings down to 21 HP with a Hyper Beam before I can attack. And I get, on top of that, I even get Parahacked. So he has to recharge that with a Hyper Beam, so that is a dead Dragonair, finally killing it off a Psychic. Unfortunately, it pretty much kills off my Kadabra. Now at this point, I switch to Flareon against the Tangela, and he Body Slams me, which was the safe move, and manages to get a Paralysis off, which is really bad for me, because otherwise I would have killed it with Fire Blast. I do Fire Blast anyway, and I miss, so that's a really nice switch in for Lickitung. I'm Parahack this time, and he's able to wreck me with Earthquake. Now I'm at 17 HP. I realize this thing is just going to die, but I do manage to get a Fire Blast off and crit him, because I am faster. We're both paralyzed, so I am faster. Now he switches to Tangela, and I go for a Quick Attack, just trying to get a little bit of damage off before it finally dies. And he Body Slams me to death, which is very obvious. He was going to Flareon, was dead. Now I switch into Kadabra, knowing that it's like I might as well get a free switch in from my other Pokemon, so I just let it die to the Body Slam, hoping that maybe if he missed, I could get a Psychic off. At this point, I go for a Snorlax, and he misses his Sleeping Powder. I hit it with a Body Slam, and I managed to get the Paralysis off, which is great because it means Snorlax can attack again, and he dies with Hyper Beam. So good job, Snorlax. Now, Machamp is going to wreck Snorlax, so I go ahead and switch out to my Gyarados. He goes for a Greedy Earthquake, and I'm immune to it, which is a free switch in for me. He's scared, he switches to Muck, and he goes for a very obvious Explosion. After I Surf, he goes for a very obvious Explosion. I switch into Golem, knowing he will handle Explosion super well, which he does. So 71% on the Golem is great for me. Now, after Muck dies, he goes to Cloyster. I can't take a Surf, so I switch to Snorlax. And he goes for a Double Edge, maybe predicting the switch. Does a little bit of damage to himself. Snorlax is very useless against this Machamp, which he switched into, so I just go ahead and switch out after doing a Body Slam. And he's going to Rock Slide me, and I explode. So I figured that was his main sweeper, and now he's just down to his Cloyster. And the only thing he can really do is Surf me, so I switch out, or I switch to the Golem, hoping to get a self-destruct on, but he is faster, so he goes ahead and surfs me. It leaves me with Gyarados, and thankfully I had Thunder on the Gyarados, so Thunder is able to crit, and it takes it out in one hit. So there we go, that is game. Hope you guys enjoyed that.